know it's going to be impossible to encapsulate the 17 years we've known each other without being here until the sun goes down, so I'm going to just do my best. I remember the first time my dad dragged me, pretty much kicking and screaming, to the Santa Barbara Wise teen camp at Camp Redwood. I had just turned 12, and I was so nervous to go because I was shy and I didn't know anyone. It wasn't until the next year of camp when the coolest kids forced Director Anthony to move me into their cabin, and that was when I started to become friends with this ridiculous, rambunctious, hilarious, redheaded girl named Sarah. I love spending every second with you, and I can't wait to keep taking on life together. For the rest of our lives, I promise to be here to support you in anything that you go for in life, no matter what. I'll always be your biggest supporter and your biggest fan. I promise to give you the biggest hugs and head scratches on the top of your head whenever you need them, and I'll always set up pillows and blankets on the couch for you when you get home from work. I promise to try to be the best dad ever to Jax, and to anyone else who comes along down the line. I promise to always do my best to beat you in any game we ever play together, to always finish your miso soup, and to be your eternal drinking buddy. I promise to always love you, be there for you, and just be your best friend for the rest of our lives. I love you.
Connor, to be standing up here feels wild. To say I feel lucky would be the biggest understatement in the world, and I truly can say, when I asked you to prom 12 years ago, even in my wildest dreams, I did not think we'd be standing up here together. I can't start these off like people normally do, with how I first met you, because we were 13 and 12, and I thought about nothing more than when we had lake time and if we could sneak off to get candy. But I can say I did think your long blonde hair and left dimple were very cute. Camp was the place our relationship started and where we became best friends. Fast forwarding a couple years, your very suave line of, if you ever need a date to a dance, ask me, altered the rest of our lives, because several months later, I found myself dateless to prom and asking what turned out to be the most important question in my life. Do you want to go to prom with me? Because I don't want to look like a weirdo. After my dad passed away, I was wrecked, and you were there in every possible way. At this point, we had been saying I love you for years, but I don't think I really knew what real love was up until that point. I remember the night of my dad's memorial, looking at you after another round of tears, and I knew everything would be okay as long as we had each other. That was the moment I knew we'd spend the rest of our lives together, and how special it felt to be loved by you. I wish everyone could feel the magic and overwhelming joy that I feel every time I look into your eyes. I'm so excited for our future together, to work together, to see you become a human dad. Jax will always be our first baby. To continue traveling the world and to drink many more beers at as many breweries as we can find. I really just can't wait to live the rest of our lives together. Today is the start, and I want to make some promises to you. I promise to always have full spreads every football Sunday on the couch. Go Rams, F the 49ers. I promise to always make up and sing songs about every mundane thing we do. I promise to never forget the cribbage board. I promise to always make life interesting and celebrate both the big and the small things. I promise to be the smiling face and your biggest cheerleader on the good days, and to warmly embrace you and be a shoulder to cry on the bad days. I promise to love you forever and always. You are my fairy tale, and I can't wait for us to write the rest of the chapters.
Connor and Sarah, you've heard the words about love and marriage, have exchanged your vows and made your promises, and celebrated your union with the giving and receiving of rings. It is now my pleasure to say that by the virtue of the authority vested in me as a commissioner of civil marriages, I now pronounce that you are married. You may kiss the bride.
To me, this wedding day was never a question. It was we just had to get here. I didn't know when and how long it would take, but we obviously just had to get here. Like, truly, you two are iconic, like, untouchable. It's always just been Sarah and Connor. It's just never, you would never exist without each other, in my eyes. Sarah's expressed to me dozens of times, both sober and extremely not sober, that there would never be anyone else for her. Connor has always been her whole world. So to Sarah, my namesake, my little troll, and my best friend, you are truly unique. You know exactly who you are, and you use that power to make everyone around you the best version of themselves. You love everything wholeheartedly, and you do everything with purpose, and I hope you remember to give yourself grace in the hardest times, because there will undoubtedly be more. You will always be in my story, and I will always be in yours. And to my Connie, I am so grateful for the friendship that you have given me. You are kind and impactful and super stubborn. Watching the way that you love Sarah is truly something special. You protect her heart fiercely, and I hope that you continue to grow yourself while always remembering that she'll protect you just the same. Video games will come and go, but Sarah is forever. I love you both so much. Congratulations and cheers to the new couple.
When I really think about it, at least 8 out of 10 of the best memories of my life have both of you in it. Over the years, if there were ever times when I felt like my cup was empty, both of you have filled it up, both physically and metaphorically. But all that being said, I'd like to end with 3 toasts. First, a toast to the past, for all the memories we've made together with everyone in this room, and that have made us who we are. 2, a toast to the present, to this night where we finally get to celebrate both of you and your long-anticipated union. And lastly, a toast to the future of your friendships, the future of your happiness, and the future of your love. In the words of Patricia Jet, aka reggae pop star Hyrie, cheers to the couple of the century.
They are my trivia partners, my brewery tour guides, and my restaurant connoisseurs, and most importantly, my best friends, which never in a million years I thought I would say. And fortunately and unfortunately, Sarah is not only my sister, but she's also my mom. And she's the greatest sister I could have ever asked for. And even though I will make fun of her for the rest of my life, thankfully Connor teams up with me to make fun of her. She's my greatest role model and my largest supporter, and she inspires me every day, and I hope one day I can be half the woman that she is. And although Connor is legally my brother-in-law today, he has always been my brother, and the two of them have always taken care of me and have taught me to be the responsible adult I am today. Connor, thank you for editing my resume. And Connor and Sarah are the 2 people I love the most in this entire world. And I can't wait to see the rest of their entire journey. Now let's cheer to not only their love, but thank you, Connor, for waiting until I was 21 so I can take this drink here today.